So, Luka Doncic, the player for the Dallas Mavericks, no longer the Dallas Mavericks, the LA Lakers. Everyone they're saying about, I keep forgetting that Luka doesn't play for the Lakers anymore. People were like, oh, why is Luka's wife in Slovenia and not LA? And I'm like, why would she be in LA? Oh, Luka plays for the Lakers now. It just still hasn't got in my head. It's like, it was like back to a decade ago. I never felt like Paul Pierce was anything other than a Celtic. I always just had it in my head. Oh yeah, Paul Pierce, Celtics. But yeah, look, it is what it is. And we're going to talk in this video a little bit about Luka Doncic trying to get Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Lakers. And I think the Lakers can make this work. I think they can make it work. And I think they can make it work a little bit easier than we think. I think they can make it work a little bit easier than we think because of Austin Reeves. I don't know, do you sell high on Austin Reeves? And that is a real bet. Because Austin Reeves isn't that young. He's not super young. I get it, Giannis is 30. Austin Reeves is 27. There's not that big of a difference between Giannis and Austin Reeves in age. A couple of years. So, Austin Reeves is in his peak. He's a year older than Luka Doncic. Just because he was drafted a lot later doesn't mean that he's this super young up-and-coming player. I don't know if Austin Reeves is ever going to get better than he is now. And I also don't know if it's redundant having LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Giannis on the same team. Giannis to LA would be one of the craziest things we've seen. And I think there are ways that they can do it. Luka Doncic is reaching out to try basically get his Kareem. Giannis has got 5 more games? Or 5 more years left where I think he's going to be good. Giannis, you can see by the way he's playing, Giannis is going to be good for a little bit of time. He is. And by the way, a lot of people are like, oh, Giannis is older. Giannis does not have the miles in his legs that these American kids do. Giannis took up ball late. He didn't he didn't play AAU. He didn't play any of these systems where through his development where he had to go and play 25 games a week and play one game and one practice. He doesn't have those. He's not a ticking time bomb from AAU. Luka Doncic, there's going to be a stage where Luka Doncic where he stops caring about his body. I don't think it's going to be on a team with Giannis. I really don't. I think he's going to be legit for the Lakers. And if they can pull off this trade, it's probably going to be something along the lines of this, I would say. This trade, just on paper, makes a bit of sense. Austin Reeves, Rui, Dalton Connect, Gabe Vincent, Kleba, 2028 first round swap, 2030 swap, 2031 unprotected first round pick. It's going to cost, instead of these being swaps, it's going to cost these picks straight up. It's going to cost these picks straight up. You'll have to give up your 2028, 2030, and 2031. You'd have to give up realistically Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and 3 first round picks. And then filler and 3 first round picks. Because everyone's talking about Dalton Connect being this young player. He's 25 years old. I can't believe the Lakers pulled the plug on the Mark Williams deal. And that gives you Giannis with, I will say this when it comes to Giannis Antetokounmpo, is that he has to be DeAndre Ayton needs to shoot the ball because it becomes quite difficult to run with Giannis and a complete non-shooting center. And has DeAndre Ayton, does he have any real ability to shoot the 3? Because then he doesn't shoot it. There's a difference between not shooting it and not being able to. So, on his career, he's a 23% three-point shooter on low volume. But if he can become a 31% three-point shooter on a little bit of volume, I think he'll be okay. But it's it's a very interesting one here when it comes to this trade because I think the Lakers should, if this is what the offer is, I think the Lakers should pull the trigger. I think they should pull the trigger because at the end of the day, people don't realize it's how important it is to strike while the iron's hot. And the Lakers are not in championship contention. They're just not right now. LeBron is going to be gone next year. If you can find some way of making this trade to bring in Giannis, you've got a starting lineup then of Luka, Marcus Smart. I think you need to bring in some form of a trade. Maybe you call up Jordan Davis from the G League. Is Kobe Buffkin still with their G League team? Maybe you bring up Kobe Buffkin off the bench. You maybe don't have the depth to compete for a championship this year. But when LeBron's salary comes off the books next year, you don't need to find a big three. You use LeBron's salary to fill out your roster. I don't think the Lakers have a chance of winning this year. But it's now at the stage where people are saying they think it's going to be LeBron's last season playing for the Lakers. The Lakers aren't going to re-sign LeBron James next year. Like, they've absolutely that's not going to happen. So with LeBron's salary off the books and the Thunder probably not going to be able to sign somebody like incredibly great in free agency, when all those max contracts start to kick in, they might lose Isaiah Hartenstein. Like, the Thunder are probably never going to be better than they are this year right now. Even when you include the rookies, maybe they bring in an AJ Abansta and it kind of messes with the team a little bit. Unlikely, but maybe. And you've then got a Lakers team with a backbone or like a spine. I think, it doesn't even need to be a spine. You've just got Luka and Giannis. And as long as you don't go star hunting, you can find players that will come to your team. You can find 3-point shooters that are like, holy shit, I'm going to get wide open the entire game. You can find a not max contract player, but again, I think they have Jake LaRavia for next year again. There are players, you just need that stretch five really. And you look in the draft, you might be able to trade something for a first, a second. There are a lot of these 4-year college bigs that can slot in beside a Giannis and look competent. There are a lot of wings that can slot in. All you have to do is be able to hit the three to play with Luka and Giannis. Like, this is your modern day version of LeBron and AD from 5 years ago. It is. Like, Luka versus 2020 LeBron James. Who's better? I think it's Luka. I think this version of Luka is better than 2020 LeBron James. If nothing else, it's a debate. And is this version of Giannis better than 2020 Anthony Davis? Not bubble AD, but in general AD, yeah. You've basically turned back the clock 5 years. And I know the ages are flipped, but you've turned back the clock 5 years. Or 6 years if you make this trade. And the Lakers are in a really, really good spot. And this is probably as good a haul as you're going to get if you're Milwaukee, if you're trying to win straight away. You've got an Austin Reeves type player who will average nearly 30. You're not going to be great, but you're still going to put butts in seats. And if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, it can be tough. And you've got a bunch of picks for quite a while for the Lakers. And by 2031, let's be real, an unprotected 2031 pick from the Lakers matters because Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be 37 years old? They're the type of picks that you're in really good shape. And I very rarely would be happy about teams giving up picks this far away for win now moves with aging players or players who will be aging at that stage. This is an exception. I think Giannis takes care of his body very similarly to the way that in a very similar way to the way LeBron does. So I think he could legitimately be one of those guys that's very, very good until their late 30s. And then maybe have a Karl Malone fall off a cliff at 40. But worst case scenario, he could become a Karl Malone type player. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.